What's up, y'all? This Rare Breed. Before we get in the video, did you know you only getting access to 50% of my content? If you want access to everything, all you gotta do is join the Rare Breed regime for $5 a month via Patreon. It also includes over 200 banned YouTube videos, my exclusive dating show series, Around the Web with Rare Breed, and you get all my videos ad-free. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified when I drop a new video. Shout out to the notification gang. Now this is what I need you guys to do to make this video and this channel go viral. First, hit the like button. Next, make sure you comment. I don't care if it's a like emoji, a good vid, bro, or if you just press ABC 1, 2, 3. Last thing you could do is make sure you watch this video to the end. And also, this is a Rare Breed double feature. So stay tuned after I go over this first video. I'm going to go over something somebody posted on Reddit. Now back to a regularly scheduled programming.
As you guessed from my introduction and by the lovely words of Miss Beyonce, I'm a single lady. No ring on this.
I know, Beyonce is a lot of you chicks' god. But the thing is, Beyonce is married with kids and a high-value man as a husband. So she making all these single lady anthems, but her lifestyle don't match what she telling y'all. Don't be so easily manipulated, ladies.
So I'm 31 years old. I have my PhD in history. I would consider myself very successful in my career choice. I absolutely love my job.
Great.
And I'm pretty much happy about everything all the time.
That's what women want you to believe. When you look at their social media page, that's what they're trying to give off. That they're literally happy about everything at all times. No one is happy about everything at all times. So off top, anybody with a brain can pretty much tell that she's full of it. We aren't even at the minute mark. When women accomplish anything in life, they never let you hear the end of it. You never hear men talk about, I'm strong, I'm independent, I got 3 PhDs, I'm this, I'm funny, I'm charismatic. You rarely hear men just blatantly in your face bragging about how awesome they are. But anytime a woman does anything noteworthy, you never can stop hearing about it.
But I'm not married. I'm not engaged. I'm not even close.
What a shocker.
So according to traditional gender norms, I'm a failure. And I feel a lot of pressure to get married and settle down, and I want to. I want to find...
Did you catch that? At first, she tried to paint it like, oh, these gender norms and all these societal pressures for me to be a mother and a wife, and they make you feel like a failure if you don't have those things. So she made it seem like it was society. But then right after that, she like, well, actually, I want those things too. Exactly. So even if society and pressure from your peers and all that other stuff and gender roles and all that weren't in place, you still wouldn't feel good about not being a wife and not being a mother. It's in your nature. It's biology.
Find someone who's right for me. I want to find someone to share my life and love and experiences with. You know, eventually get married and pop out a few spawn. Typical.
Ha 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 ha.
I'm not quite sure why it hasn't worked out for me yet. Obviously my educational and career choices have forced me to move around a little bit in the past few years. But even still, I'm fun. I'm charming. I'm not completely hideous. I'm not high maintenance. I love cooking. I like watching sports. I like having sex. So I've got a lot of pros in the minds of the male of our species.
No, you've just heard men say they like those things, so you just regurgitate it so you can seem like you're a high value woman. It's no big deal for you to say, oh yeah, I like sports, I like having sex all the time, I like this, I like that, I like working on cars. It's nothing for women to just fake it. And that's what a lot of women do. It's nothing for a woman to fake it until she get the guy that she want or lock him down. It's nothing for women to put on the front to be the perfect woman until she locks down that man that she wants. So I'm not impressed with you saying you like all the stuff that you heard guys say they like. And far as you're not hideous, okay, I wouldn't say you're hideous, but I mean, that face isn't very flattering that you're making, but you're not exactly highly attractive. I mean, I give you a 3 or a 4. And you're not in the best shape. I'm not trying to be mean. Let's just be real about what men like in the dating world. As far as you not being high maintenance, you're giving off some narcissistic vibes. I highly doubt you're low maintenance. I don't know why women don't just do it the right way. Have a family and kids first, 18 to 21. Then when your kids grow up to be old enough where they can watch themselves, then you could go back to school and be an astronaut or a history major, whatever you want to do. But get the family part out the way first and get that solidified and then go be a career woman. Because if you focus on career first and wait till your 30s to try to find a man and try to start a family, yeah, you gonna be at a big disadvantage.
You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a pretty decent catch. And in terms of what I want for a guy, well, when I was young, I created a long list of all the things that I wanted in my future.
Even Megan Fox in her prime couldn't get this man. First off, this man doesn't exist. And if he did exist, do you know how many bitches he would have? It's funny how when she popped that list up for the first time, the crowd started laughing. Do you think if a guy was up there and popped up a list of 50 things that he want from a woman, they would laugh? No, they would boo. If he said, yeah, I want a blonde, she got to have blue eyes, she got to have a perfect ass, it literally got to be shaped like a peach, she got to have this, she got to be that, she got to be a 0 to 3 in the waist, he would get booed off the fucking stage. But people just give women validation for being ridiculous and shallow. Okay, you know what? I need a break from her right now. Let's go over the second story and then I'll come back to her at the end. Okay, the poster says, single father dating at 30 struggles. I usually find a lot of various ideas on Reddit for other topics, so I figured posting here for something I've been struggling with seemed like a good idea. I've been divorced for about 3 years now and have my kiddo with me half the time, mostly on the weekends. I've been trying to get back into the dating scene for nearly 2 of those 3 years. It's been a struggle to maintain any real interest through dating apps. I've even tried paid versions of Match, Tinder, and Mutual. I've even dabbled in the free version of Bumble, POF, and more. Honestly, if you're not a top 10% guy, dating apps are pretty much a waste of time. You gotta think, even women who are 4s and 5s got 100 guys in their inbox. So, I mean, realistically, you're just another guy even to low value women. You're not anything special. I used to socialize through youth events prior to getting married, but have since grown out of that scene after having been married for nearly 5 years before we cut things off. Now it's difficult to know where to meet new people, especially with my dedicated time with the little one on the weekends, which leaves me with weeknights as my free time. As for dating apps, I've tried several different approaches, profile genres, style of images, etc. All have been 100% truthful about who I am. Well, like I said, if you're not that top tier guy, being truthful about who you are isn't going to get you very far on social dating sites. But present it in different ways to capture different audiences. On one attempt, I even left out the fact that I'm a father. See, nah, man. Nah, you never want to do that. Now you getting to the point where you're trying to withhold stuff just to attract a bitch. It ain't worth all this effort. Just live your life, man. Get some other hobbies. But I feel your pain. He says just to see if it changed anything, although I highly disagree with leaving that information out as it's a pretty big deal when it comes to dating. I know, exactly. As a last-ditch effort, I resorted to the horrible practice of simply swiping yes on everyone because I was sick of the time I was putting in without any results. Yeah, that's pretty much what you gotta do if you're somebody who really trying to be on online dating, especially if you're a guy. What happened was a decent rate of matching with individuals that I honestly had no interest in, which I know was bad, but that's where I ended up. You gotta think, dating apps are the garbage can of the dating world. Halfway decent looking, halfway decent acting women don't really have to go on dating apps. They're getting offers all the time in person. By the time a woman have to go on a dating app, she fucked up one way or another. My next thought was maybe these apps are filled with archived accounts that haven't deleted themselves yet, but still have a profile present in the system. No, that's not it, man. This could just be my own personal justification. Oh, yeah, it is. Without too much detail, I have a very successful career in side business, but don't make it a point to flaunt money as a selling point. Well, honestly, that probably would have got you better results. But then again, is that what you want the woman to be all about when she dates you? He says, just stability. I'm very much into fitness and healthy living, so I'm presentable and I'm in very good shape. I don't ask for inappropriate pictures and respect when people decide they're not interested. Yeah, you seem too respectful. Women don't like nice, sweet, respectful guys. The disrespectful assholes get all the play on dating sites. As for the divorce reason, it had to do with infidelity on the part of the other individual. Not shocking. I'm not sure where to turn next, but maybe I'm doing something wrong on those apps, or using the wrong apps, or simply just need recommendations on where to physically go meet new people. COVID definitely didn't help much this past year. Thanks in advance. I mean, I could tell just by reading your, post that you're probably a typical blue pill simp. You really just need to take the red pill and get a deep understanding of women. And then once you take the red pill, I would just say stop focusing on women and get out there and find something to do. Or you can lower your physical standards. Honestly, that's what a lot of guys going to have to do these days if they still want to date. You're going to have to take a chubby chick or a chick who might be a 5 on a scale from 1 to 10. Because honestly, women only act decent usually when they get humble. So only chance of you finding a decent woman, I ain't gonna say the only chance, but the chance of you finding a decent woman who's a 7 or up these days is slim to none. You might be able to find a decent 4 or a decent 5, but just know that the only reason she acting decent because she don't really got much of a choice. She don't got a lot of good things going for being a 5 or being a little chubby. So she like, well, let me just play my cards I was dealt and just be a decent human being, or at least act like one so I can keep a man. Hey, if you guys got any advice for them who watching my video, leave them in the comments section. Now let's get back to this old post-wall delusional chick. Man, look how ridiculous this list is. Tall, handsome, smart, educated, athletic, outdoorsy, laid back, outgoing. How you laid back and outgoing? Strong, good heart, sense of humor, hardworking, ambitious, sensitive, romantic, good listener, not a jerk. Yankees fan. Like, this is so...
And there was all sorts of personal qualities and physical attributes and
like
just
bad
general
TV.
skills or possessions that I thought would be useful. Well, as I'm getting older, this list keeps getting smaller and smaller. The first thing to go was all of those materialistic things. I didn't really care about those. The next thing to go was the skills.
Okay, now what did I just tell you on that Reddit post? Women don't start acting like decent human beings until they get humbled. So she's in her 30s now and still don't got a man. And that's humbling her. And that's why the things start fading away on her list.
Useful, but I don't really need someone that's good at computers and cars and construction. So as the list started to dwindle,
She took away honest.
the problem was I started to feel like I had given up some things that were really important. And I was going to have to settle for somebody that wasn't going to make me happy and maybe wasn't going to treat me very well. So I backtracked and I came up with most important things to me. Okay, so I don't care if it's superficial and shallow. I want somebody that's taller than me. I'm 5'10". I am not a small girl, all right? I don't want somebody that's going to make me feel any bigger than I already am. I want somebody that shares my political beliefs, which is not important at all to some people. But I've dated guys with different political commitments, and I've realized that I don't like to argue. And I cannot be James Carville.
And just keep in mind, ambitious means 6 figures. That's what women mean when they say has potential, ambitious, goal-oriented. It means you need to be making 6 figures, essentially. The truth is, this woman is a 3, and she'll be lucky to get a 3 or 4, but she will never see it that way. And honestly, she's telling us that she lowered her standards and she would be happy with a guy that just has these things, but she just knows she has to tell that lie to seem appealing to a man. But truthfully, anything less than that original list, she gonna feel like she's settled and she's not gonna truly be happy.
And Mary Madeline, I can't do it. I want somebody that's smart. I'm smart.
No, you're not.
I want somebody I can talk to. They don't have to have a PhD necessarily, but they can't be threatened by mine. Basically, just some...
Nobody gives a shit about your PhD. A PhD doesn't make you a good wife, a good romantic partner. It doesn't make you a good mother. And honestly, it doesn't even make you a good whatever you got a PhD in. Please stop talking about that dumbass PhD. Nobody gives a shit.
Somebody that has the general sense of intellectual curiosity and a love for learning. I need somebody that's ambitious and hardworking. I can't respect you if you don't have goals.
6
And
figures.
then, of course, you know, the general sense of humor, kind, honest, laid back, non-smoker, likes cats, etc.
Oh my goodness. See? What'd I tell you? You see she kept adding stuff. Like that whole list where it was only 6 or 7 things, that's a lie. She just exposed herself again. She was like, yeah, laid back, like cats, like bad TV shows. Yeah, see, her list didn't get smaller. I told you.
I don't think that this list is unreasonable. And yet, here I stand. Maybe. Single like a slice of Kraft.
Ha 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 ha.
And what's worse is that everywhere I look in popular culture, especially in men's and women's magazines, I am bombarded by all sorts of messages pressuring me I need to get married and settle down. And it's kind of interesting. I read through the female magazines and they have articles of...
No, you said you want to get married and settle down and have kids. It's not the magazine's fault. Stop finding somebody else to blame to make you feel better about the fact that you feel bad.
About how to find true love, where to find a man, where's Mr. Right. The quizzes are always asking, why am I still single? Where's my crush? Meanwhile, the men's magazines are touting singlehood and bachelor life. There's actually advice about how to avoid commitment, how to avoid marriage, how to dump your girlfriend. I'm sitting here crying in my wine, taking a quiz over why he doesn't like me, and this is what the men's magazines are saying?
Men don't live their life based on what a magazine says, so it don't matter. Guys wouldn't want you regardless of what a magazine said. And no, you're not a man. Men and women aren't the same. So yes, men's magazines are going to say something different than what a woman magazine says.
Not to mention the endless assault of cliche questions I get from everybody in my life. BuzzFeed came out with this list a few months ago in August, and it's 24 things single people are tired of hearing. And boy, it is spot on. You should try online dating. That's my favorite. I'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry, you'll find someone. Just don't turn into a crazy cat lady. Too late on that one.
If you have to tell people you're fun and charming, you're probably not. Exactly. PhD in history can't learn from her own mistakes. They roasting her in this comment section. She literally out of breath talking, yet she wants an athletic guy. Okay, I can't take anymore. Join my Patreon to get all the content and support to keep the movement moving. And I'll talk to you guys Thursday, same time. And I hope the next time you hear from me, we both better people than we are today.